We are here with running the levels, looking for a market structure pattern. Okay, guys, we are marking up ISIG. Let's take a look at what's going on in the market. So there's a lot what's going on in this market. It's going to be real choppy when we go down a time frame. So let's work with just finding random areas to find patterns. So work with this full chart on the monthly time frame. And what's the first thing that we see? We have our highs, we created our lows, and we had our mids. So we're doing that. It's easier to find structure. So we have a few structures here. Let's work with this one down at the bottom. So this down at the bottom is clearly, we see that W. So we have that first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, retest. The market pushed at once back up to that midpoint, wasn't able to break. If you look into that midpoint there, it's coming from a double top and a retest that pushed that market down how many times? Once, twice, 3 times. Okay, that's average. So that market's coming back up for that push up. Okay, and then we have at that bottom of that low, well, that's multiple pushes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Five pushes to the bottom with the retest, market push right back up. So when we look at it overall structure, we have the first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, retest, market pushed up. We have in total 1, 2, 3. We have that triple bottom, and that market pushed up after that. Head down to time frame, see if we can see any more structure in the market. Head down to the weekly. Market may get choppy while we walk down this time frame. If it does, we're going to walk right back up the time frame to find some structure, at least some clear structure. Let's work with this area here. This is a simple area right in front of us. So we have a few patterns. There's a lot of the same patterns in this market. So price action down at the, it could be anywhere because it's an overall. Low is low, high is high, and we're going to play at the midpoint. But at the midpoint, let's see what we see. Well, let's see what we see overall. Plenty of areas to work with. Let's work with this area here at this midpoint so you can see what's going on. And so you want to identify what happened. Market came from the high, pushed down to the midpoint, actually broke the midpoint, came back to retest the midpoint, tried to push down, came back for another retest, another retest. So a lot of retests happened in this area here, and it broke back into the midpoint. So that's just a huge area, basically consolidation. What you want to pay attention to is what drew that price action down from this to this low of that SR line, and it's sitting right in front of us. So if you think about, even if you thought about highest high midpoint, go another place, another midpoint in that first section of highest high midpoint, we place a midpoint at low part. You can clearly see how many touches we got to that top near that midpoint that pushed that market down to that low. And what we received first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg retest. Market pushed down once, retest, market pushed down twice, and so on. So the structure sitting right in front of us. Overall, dominant pointers is these three. So we got a triple top, 1, 2, 3. Triple top followed up by a retest or multiple retests in this area. 1, 2, 2 retests in that area, and that market pushed down. Very important information, guys. Please study and review Forex pattern cheat sheet to find images. I mean, we did see a whole bunch of triple bottoms in that structure. So let's see if we can identify some structure here. Patterns. So for example, price action, last candle right here in this area with this bullish engulfing. This is at a high, came down to a low. What happened in this area? A green candle formed on top of the red, showing that's a what? Engulfment. So that market dominated the previous one, and the market did what? Push right back up. Very simple. Please study these structures. Also, guys, very important information. Please understand breakout and retest strategies. This happens all the time in the market. If it doesn't happen on the time frame you're on, it will happen on the lower time frame below the time frame that you're on. If you don't see the breakout retest strategies, but it's always in the market, it has to happen. And if it doesn't happen at that time, it's going to happen. So that means the market, if it pushes up without a retest, it's going to drop back down. It could be hard, very fast, and come back to that retest. What we received here, we have markets at a low, pushed up to a high. So market broke the area here of this highest resistance, the high, came back to retest, and it pushed up with another retest. And it's the retest you look for entry, get the engulfing pattern, 2 candles after the retest candle, which is the red one. So this candle right here, engulfment of the previous area, market did what? Up after the retest. So this is the area you'll be getting in at. Very important information, guys. Oh, never mind. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, running the levels. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. ISIG stock.